social life, business, religion, technology and politics. We are Venus Online Radio, our source. be in your light until the night is over. I wanna hold you so tight, coming closer. I wanna be in your light until the night is over, until the night is over, until the night is over.
Okay. Abakureba Venus Online Radio mwe bari kutureba kandi ko tuje to akeshongoro kabakaruga wa Bana Boy konka Tony ntakwetegereza je, and it was a nice song. Abakunda music njya mwagireba kandi ntubakira ha mukutugwitu Venus Online Radio aha YouTube yuburyo ko kutureba ningasha turikirize tugira ngo o subscribing izoba neryo rwa mukaga eho ahabera na mwenda umwaka w'G2022 kandi elizoba tujana Venus Talks program nsi ya ahantebe kanisa Venus Online Radios turi twine kandi nayo numuza kuba n'umugenjoyinga iwe cyo rakore ogume urya ha Venus Online Radio ojuke nguturiya online no basa kuzaho tuba twindaho music playinga kandi twineho na n'oburango bw'abakama bitu kandi oze na YouTube twineho channel yitu Venus Online Radio naho noza ho noreba ebintu biturukora noza na Facebook na Twitter LinkedIn na hando honda no chango Venus Online Radio chukuri typing am Venus Online Radio noza kwa notufuna kandi wano kuturiza online yichora kore o downloading app bakweta Zeno Radio kora heze kuji downloading haro search engine you typing in Venus Online Radio noza kuleba logo yiteje ya radio kurebaho noza kuba noturiza live and clear obutwa tino mtebe kansankezi tubantutera music na noburango babakama bitu erizoba ebiro abiri na mwenda byo kwikumi 2022 orwa mukaga akajura kaheza gwaho mu Rubushenyi tustami thank you ningashomo studios za Venus Online Radio kandi program erizoba ne kwicubwaho aba Wonders Products abakora sanitizer na namajita go kwesiga agukorisho cye na buri kimwe cyone cyo kwenda ningashomo cosmetics cyo kwenda mu cosmetics ba Wonders mbaba mbachikora so nubaba kutisiya program erizo ya Venus Talks kandi na Barriera Foundation eji niyo nyina ya Venus Online Radio ningashi Venus Media no bakutwatiraho no babatirema ka sente nito tukaba kugira ngo tugume tubisiyaho obuherezo buturko baretera kandi na Venus Media nayo netwatiraho abantu bakora audio and video production begesa aba DJs zo kutera ibyomo mu club ningashokora radio kandi bagaraka bakora oburango bwa TV na radio iwe cyo rakore no ijeno bashangaho mutankiro opposite National Transport Corporation no bakwisiyaho obuhereza bwabo mwene rizoba ebiro bice buhire ningasheje wike itwaza kuheza eri kutandika telecommunication companies eziturukoze sabinjo muri Uganda omu zikakwata data bundles ningashi itweze tukweta abinjo bazeta bundles abantu bageta data konka mbwenu one of the bundles ezuba kutuhereza kugira ngo tu accessinga internet mu Uganda so internet service providers abinje bakwasire ba hikinga prices bashara offers zibabire no bahereza for example haruhonke nka Airtel nza kubatera karanguti nyine cyo kuchukora kwebene ba Friday bayemba yinshi bakwita Freaky Friday babembika ushashuro mutwaro gumwe bakwereza 9 GB ningashi na nebindi aho then na MTN no shana yebe ine gaga Friday something na yobe no shashuro mutwaro bakwereza data irireyo hati bagishazire bagiteka ha 4.75 aha mutwaro gumwe kandi ekindi Airtel yo watekaho data nkigisha ukataho 4GB zaza kwikasha hibero notakineho abandi bakargomo I think abandi bakarga mkunka bisikari abinji mu Uganda ntukosa Airtel na MTN. Now COVID ahizira na Ebola heizire no remba jangu lockdown bici abantu tubacho operatingira markets no bine mu amaduka ninga stores businesses nyingi bakaziteka online. So edi data okugira ngo ebene very cheap ebene yamba abantu kugira ngo na wateke ibintu bya mutimbagano ab marketing cyumuyambe kuzo mu store akihamu each customer ya orderinga akakora delivery ninga customer kija kachipikinga hara chipikinge na wakakora horwigana kabaho. Now ihitwinkito abo ine online media houses chibenchi tuyamba kugira ngo wakuraninga shonkeji okore live stream at a cheaper price. Now hate bintu byona byashenyuka wazagura data no kuboye tugire nebindi nkebyo n'umutekateka ngo imwe echo nikitwara hi Uganda ningashi nikitwara hi business sector na mnonga abo cooperating online. Wabo inentekateka yawe no basa kutsindikira voice note 0781804612 ningashi otsindikire email venusonlineradio@gmail.com nza kubantu gambe kitekateko cyawaha ningashono dusinkira message anambe mweni yeje inabashomera zo mshanje 8 M8 mukagi 12 then tuza kubantu herezana obwenje nata yisaba hangu kandi ababinyine abamwe bakashome bya technology abandi naba operating a business zabo nze operating jira online kamba bahereze babeyanjure then tugumize mu discussion kantandike niwe
wabara mnonga mterekana sa program amazina nabanyeta Mpirwe Davis.
Yes.
Kandi ndiyo mwe abagenyi abafuna mugisha kwija kuba bamashonga za internet na nemitendere birimo kandi nyonko muntu ni specializing mu bya technology business agent niyo area yanje koramo kandi ni nkora mu rushenyi nashimirwa kuba ni muri izoba kandi natwara umugisho kubakira a program eje
twakwakira Davis Izana or Izana Digital Solutions na Digital Link Uganda. Exactly. Twakwakira boss yayanjura bukuri.
Yesu mutebekana sawa programu nashimirwa munonga kuba ni muri izoba amazina ni Elaitabe Mitshabu.
Yes.
Kaburijo ntire ni janshonga za politics kukeri izoba tije mu shonga za online business.
Yes.
Mu Uganda kana na hiked prices internet bundles.
Wewe mnonga gumizamo ugaruke utugambireho kake iwe aho tandikire kureba businesses kutambura online na COVID ahizira ahibatero mu lockdown and all that no teka ngwe encourage neza kututwara hi data baguma bagitira because buriya kuba boshashura nke 15 bakwa data irire hata bagishazire no shashura 15 bakwabusha I mean nothing almost
a page
busha abandi bakikwereza ngo bakwanka 4GB yirukango shoti kikabahuga no teka ngo business neza hi
bueno nyo teka yanje ahanshongeji Eliete nabaherezo ka flashback kuiha 2020 March COVID yatandika ko ekijunjirizo cya COVID cyatera mahanga gona na mununga Uganda tukazo mu lockdown ninjara mostere nubwo online businesses ninga more work of online obiyaba more effective mu Uganda abantu bakatandika gukora online businesses kaza online simply because there was a total lockdown was shut down people could not physically go to work, but they had to sit and work online, market their businesses online, do all business transactions online, kwenda ngo bagumize muno bafuna that progress and moving forward of their businesses, kwenda ngo bakaje chibayetaiza. By then the rates were very cheap, but we must understand the fact that the COVID-19 virus ninga pandemic age ekatu kwata mechinto mostly on our economy as Uganda. As I talk, by then the gigabyte, a 1 gigabyte of data carrying anka 0.49 US dollars. Ninjara nkaho nziziri nka 12 na rwenda ninga na runana nkomwe, depending on the rate of the dollar. Apparently hati ya dollar na 1 gigabyte can even go for even 11 or $15 etembere munonga higuru. You may even buy data of just 1 GB at 10,000 now in Uganda here. Enshongezo nziretwa okunyijibwa muko economy yitu nga Uganda kana nakwenda ngo bakagaruka biyo heze nshonga za the soaring in inflation eronebaho konka aha muntu orukora online business, most especially nka marketing ninga shi any business transaction kukarujukora online nyoni ndeba ngo amwe bazagumira, because wasanga every day you must spend for each 1 GB $15. How about if your business uses close to 120 GBs of data in a day? So nindengu bazagumira azechi chime kutwereka chi itwe nkabanya Uganda ninga shinka abantu abo kunde bintu bya business byentunguka. We need to work hard. Then even the youth abaromba shoma, they must be too innovative turebe echi tugezeho kucuranisa tuta. For the meantime, I wouldn't give an advice kugira ngo umuntu akore data ye cheap, because even the cheap rates of data in case to run to river from companies like apparently I think companies as kutwereza data Uganda, we have MTN and Airtel, which have been here for quite a long time, and the new like a mobile in somehow a cheaper rate konka na reba ngu whatever is cheap will also go and tugareke ana kabagarika no more rates. So I would feel we have to be too innovative and creative na munonga abantu abo kumanya bintu bya IT ninga technology turebe how best we can ease down the use of this internet, and how best we can create something that is cheap and will help us to access internet. Apparently warebo mu mahanga gamwe no shanga their internet, most of them use free Wi-Fi, which is always procured by their governments or head of state. But in Uganda here, we don't have free Wi-Fi as we would have expected. We must procure these things on our own. So noribangu internet ningashi data bundles, they are becoming very expensive aha muntu wahansi. Kana n'ikindi nyowe to some other extent nimba happy, because noreba na age technology, it has an advantage and disadvantage one way or the other. Mostly inka internet GSC seremenyeto, they are using internet kukoreba tasheme kukora. Most of them spend a lot of data on surfing on the internet, watching pornography, bakurebe bintu bitakwatirine. So what could have been best for doing important work or things of a necessity to an individual when babukorese bindi. So this should be also an eye opener kugira ngo let internet be used for an important purpose. Kana nawaza kugura internet bundles uzugure for an important purpose. Bari mnonga.
Okay, bari mnonga Bob abemigisha kandi ahabwa intekateka yawe. Tuzagaruka ntumweyongera konka phone nawe reka bagira break. oyijuke ntuchiri ha Venus Talks kandi omwanzo wa program njira Isaac na Hamia nyine Bob abemigisha nguno mweji wa Chambogo University Western Campus kandi nyine na Mpirwe Davis wa Izana Digital Solutions rukushanga mu Rushenyi aba nabantu abine businesses mostly ezukora online kandi ninjira no bo bantu abahikire bwa discussion ejyo tureba kongera emihendo ya data bundles no kuchira ya affecting a business transactions ezukora online. Davis, what's your thought on this? Iwe nuteketeka ngo business itu abukora online tuza kwenderera nkahi ebintu byaguma biri biti nakwakira.
Thank you so much. Wewe mnongo mutebekana our program. When stakajire haro discussion age nanyinzire mbanze mbamurukireho kace ebuzo nibinji konkanye ndatubanze tumanye internet ne kusubwa bayi echo nekibuzo cyo kubanza kandi nibagikosa ki echo nekibuzo cya kabiri ko kureba population ya Uganda apparently statistics zemerire nzigira ngo we about 46 million kandi impamyangu turiyo tuyongeramo kandi umuryecho ombantu miliyoni 8 nibongera bakugira ngo abakubwa babishomera ababazire mbakugira ngo population yo kwingana nabantu miliyoni 12 nibakosa internet kandi umuryabo miliyoni 3 z'abantu nzikose kitweta social media platforms nangu kugira experience na nobire buke bumaze nikosa emkuteji for social reasons, for business reasons. Uganda, if I'm to be honest, the majority of the people talks internet for business. A donation ina nyinzire kwa murikiraho. Ahabo kuba internet ko kuza kugireba abantu abajuruho abo kugikosa ni binji. Ko kaba kugikosa for business ni bake. Ninza kwa example. Turiya mikuteje ya WhatsApp ya hanjire hati ko kuba noreba status z'abantu omuntu nabasa postinga rigenda binengamba ziba kweta memes nabasa postinga let's say about 10 memes of the day then I take a status same way ya business. So the question is, before we complain that the prices of internet are going to affect business, the question should be, are they actually going to affect business? Ninga ejemehendo neija ko affecting our way of life and our lifestyle on social media platforms. Abokuba abantu biyo bingi ko kugamba internet bajirebera social media konka internet rimwe bintu bingi. Internet mu party ya education. Hari abantu abokosa internet for education. Hariho abantu abokosa internet for security reasons, for surveillance.
True. Actually most people bokoro iso na eso. They pick the nanumsi CID and crime intelligence CI, they use internet to pick crews.
For security reasons.
Yes.
Then actually harabokosa internet for communication. Ngukuturiyo ntugamba, we are sharing ideas, we are sharing information. However much behind the setup and the aspect of having such a station might be business oriented, but at the end of the day we are passing on communication. Then there are those that are using internet directly to earn money. People that post products, back advertising their works of art, back advertising ebihingwa byabo, those that are in agriculture, talent zabo, people even showcase their skills on internet.
For example, hatinkiwe in a day no basa posting a meme, basa posting your pic, but at least you post something about Izana Digital Solution on your status.
On your status.
Then another person I've seen Bob because nawe project eje
yes
Kabuta Vision Forte is his project, is his business. He posts at least once in a day. Then there is also our friend Isamuhindo.
Yes
Isamuhindo oriokoro kutureba. He has adopted the same way.
Yes
of posting a certain university that is in Nyaruzinga. So
please don't forget you. Sinaningeza hokushoborera. Internet is now a lifestyle. It's not just business.
What do you mean is lifestyle?
It's a way of life. Abantu hati batanche kutura mitimbagano. No muntu nabana akureba online atagamba niwe konkama yende mugirango aiza ko bwa postinga rije nabasa no butakwakura no butakutera sumu. So abantu hati
actually hararu kureba wa postinga kebya Yesu akaje aiza ko bwata postinga about biblical things. It seems something is gathering here.
Exactly. So hateje mehendo ke kutemba. It is not just the business that will be affected. The lifestyle eitukutura yona will be affected.
So basically you're saying that it is not only business that will be affected, but of course the social aspect of life.
The social aspect of life at large. Because some of us harabokushanga, you're not so much into politics, let's say, but when you see a post, you get to know, you understand what is the current affairs of the country. So nchaje maisangu internet kuya temba, if the costs are hiked, you're going to have priority areas. So you will find yourself missing out on certain things. And now the world is going digital, as you know, and partly we are here and we are talking, people can even listen, can watch us from wherever they are, because the world is going digital. So there is what they call in the field of IT, it's a global village. It's minimized into an online platform whereby are missing out on that. There's going to be a huge gap. And and a few projects I'm working on we are trying to bridge that gap. Kujirangu, however much people lack access to some of these equipments, information and the rest, we can bring them on board. We can take solutions to them. We can bring awareness to them about the digital perspective, as a whole scope. So we should not focus on only business being affected. A lot is at stake.
So are you saying even families will have issues? Because let's say there was a certain family that was on Tugavane. Now it means that you have to buy your own data and your wife's data as well.
Actually, I think families will be safer because internet has not played it well when it comes to families. Families will be safer on that in that manner. But most sectors are going to be affected, and this is an eye-opener of the government. We need to understand these players.
Frank Tumwebaze, Honorable, was once an ICT minister. In his tenure, it's when OTT was introduced.
Yes.
It's when actually OTT is even on mobile money. All that was introduced in his tenure. When he was out of ICT,
yes,
there is a tweet that has been making rounds on social media. Him crying that how can I load that of this and this, and then it gets finished in, do you think the government will take the hit because these people don't know what we are going through? Not until they are out of that comfort zone where they are.
Actually, what I was going to say, government has a big role to play in this, because mostly these players are going to be social media, are owning these companies, telecom companies and all these data companies and all that. Avinji government have no control, have no regulation, and in most cases, when the government is given a better deal, it will abide, by the rules, and yet it should be vice versa. Because when a company comes in Uganda, or when a company or an entity is introduced in Uganda,
Yes.
it should abide to the policies of the government. There should be measures set ezeshemeye kugenderaho. For example, bashemeye kubana bagira tumshemeye kucharginga Ugandan citizens ekishale kikurenga ekyo.
Do you think that is possible in our country?
It is that's a very hard question because our country, when it comes to such decisions, I wouldn't want to say much about it, but whatever affairs we are seeing now, can predict what will happen in the future. So what we are seeing now is a prediction of what will happen in the future, especially in this area we are discussing of the digital evolution. So Isaac okunkureba nyowe nineba ngu however much we are discussing and sharing our ideas, the government has a big role to play in this.
In fact,
especially in terms of regulating these players that come from out and bring these companies here. Actually, I would call it exploitation, direct exploitation of the taxpayers' money of the Ugandan.
Davis,
Yes.
isn't UTL a government entity?
To a common man, why do you think it is a government entity? You've been told, you've read about it.
Yes.
Have you seen any agreement, any contract, memorandum of understanding of how it operates?
We shouldn't go into
Exactly.
politics.
Yes, I will give you an example.
Yes.
We've had entities owned by government outside in the public, but when we are inside, we get like an insider or an inside information. We realize that actually the government has like 0.00 something percent.
I was going to show you something about UTL.
Yes.
UTL is a government entity, as per what we Ugandans know.
Exactly.
Now, UTL is the biggest internet service provider in this country. It
Yes.
controls every service provider that provides internet to
Yes.
Ugandans. It has servers, it has masts, it has fibers, it has everything that controls internet in this country. Maybe, like you said, the government can do ABCD. Don't you think we should start with UTL?
Now, let me tell you, you said it very well. UTL is the government. Okay?
Yeah.
As you said.
As
Now,
what we know.
exactly. And as you know, you see the one thing I've noticed and one thing I know about our country, Uganda, it is a money-making institution. I will just put it in black and white. So you imagine when we have an external entity that has a better deal, and you have a percentage on that. First wait, I'm coming. And you have a percentage on that. However much you have cheaper options for Ugandans that might not yield the exact same of output in terms of the returns you will get. Choices have to be made at the end of the day. Now, the question would be, government making data cheap through UTL for Ugandans, where does it gain from? If it does
Taxes.
that. Now, we are crying of taxes being hiked currently. So either it would get back onto Ugandans. Actually, don't get surprised. If we are to have it as a provider, we might even end up paying more
But we
for
have
UTL than what we actually paying.
such entities that hits deals with the government, pull out of the country. The latest is Africell.
I will give you
Africell pulled out.
I will give you a very recent
then,
example.
Yes, then maybe a certain government official will come out and say, when we start such a discussion, I think it will expand up to even to mainstream media.
Yes,
and then a certain government official will come out and say, you people, it is Ukraine and Russia. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, because if you talk about Ukraine and Russia and the current situation, those are added incentives to the wound that has already been spices that to the wound that has been created already. Before Ukraine and Russia, I don't think UBC was showing on some of these multimedia, companies and all that. They used to cut it off if you don't subscribe.
Sure.
Even before Ukraine and Russia, and we know it is a government entity, at least as Ugandans, if I'm not able to subscribe.
Put it for free.
there is a policy that changed in between there, even way back before Ukraine and Russia. So I'm wondering, just look at the national television, the dynamics we are having. Today it's on, tomorrow it's off. And this is something that is
Recently
viewed.
they said it is in 3 billion dates.
Exactly. I don't have data on that, but one thing I know, if such an entity that is visible to all Ugandans at any one single point can be like that, what of these
takes part of the budget?
What of these telecom companies that we control on our mobile phones? So the question is left out there for people to answer. So let me just leave it there.
Okay, thank you, Davis. That is Davis for you from Izana Digital Solutions, an online business that is operating here in Ushenyi, and it deals in ICT issues. Well, that's our discussion, and of course we are still continuing. Let's have a commercial break, and then when we return, we are going to the second phase of this discussion. What you should do is to share the link on this YouTube channel, Venus Online Radio. Share it, Facebook, YouTube, and all the platforms that you are on, our WhatsApp group, so that people can follow this discussion. Bamanye, what is going on? We are mixing the languages because we have different viewers. Abamwena Wanyankore, and they are from other parts of the country, and they listen to English, I think, which is the official language for Uganda. Let's go for a commercial break, and when we return, we shall have more of the discussion. Don't go away.
culture and tradition